Kindly sit down. Salamat po. Secretary Lorenzana, Secretary Sueno, Secretary Esperon, Secretary Olonto, Secretary Mumunjong, Secretary Mamao, mga kasama ko sa gobyerno, mga kababayan ko. I had separate meetings with the local executives. I was with another group. I'm sorry I'm late. I went to Bansalan to visit the wake of two of the police officers who were gunned down yesterday. Alam mo, however brutal and the war maybe, we always follow a certain code of conduct. Lalo na ang gera kasi para lang naman sa lalaki. It was never intended strive to be waged by women. But yung nangyari kasi kahapon there was a ruse na merong murder sa isang barangay sa Bansalan. And unfortunately, though, tinanggap naman ang balita as true because it was sent by a certain barangay captain Dikdikan na yun ang nangyari. So ang unang pinadala nga doon yung SOCO. SOCO is not a combatant unit. It's a scene of the crime investigators. Tsaka may isang Maranao lady do, Manggutara, nakasali. Ang masakit is tawag patibong lang siguro, paon. So si trap, well-laid trap at pinatay ang apat. Okay lang sana sa akin yan, Gira. And, let us not forget that there is a lesson to be learned somehow. In every ideological revolution, the warring parties, government, and the mga rebelde, we devour our own flesh. It could be the MIMN, it could be with the Communist Front. Yan ang problema because kinakain natin ang sarili natin yan. Because we fight with our countrymen. Yan ang masakit. Dagdag dito na, ako naman sabi ko doon, I was, sabi mo na, I would condemn them. No. What I feel for the NPAs are really, I'm sad. I'm sad because we are talking and we could never hope to come to terms kung ganon ang sabihin nila na coalition government. It is impossible. We will never allow it. Kung ganon ang style mo, maybe we can continue talking whether we want to call a ceasefire or not. But at this time, they choose to go to war. It has been with us for 50 years. So, if they want to fight another 50 years, okay lang sa akin. Earlier on sa aking administration, I went out of my way to offer the hand of friendship and peace to everybody. The MI, which responded positively to the MN, nor is somehow ready to talk. We could not agree on certain fundamentals, but still, Nor said, I will talk to you, or with you. So okay na sa akin yan. Ito ng mga komunista, everything was, I said, I went out of my way and released even the leadership sa politburo nila na nasa kakulungan na because I wanted to show my good faith. Release ako ng release and they were sa Oslo to talk about peace. Suddenly, things got sour. And they declared the lifting of the ceasefire effective February 10. But February 4, inambos na ang mga sundalo ko, pati pulis ko. So tinawagan ko si General Anyo, sabi ko, sir, hindi na tayo susunod dyan, sir. Mahirap na yan. We're being slaughtered. So gira uli. Now this time, government suffered losses, lives. But hindi ako believe. Kakawala ng respeto. Hindi ganun mag-away. And even a woman, dadamay. Hindi naman yung, ano ba naman yung scene of the crime investigators. They are really to find out the truth. And nothing beats the truth kung talagang lalabas man. So I had a separate talks. I had to go also to Kagas and the rest of the guys there, bandang inyo. But I wanted a separate kasi mukhang hindi pareho ang ano eh. Hindi pareho because the certain dynamics of communism, they are there also in your areas. They are also operating in your areas. But my concern really is terrorism. I mean, I could talk about peace with almost anybody, with the Moro guy. But yung mga terrorism ang mahirap talagang i-control. So that's why I called for you. Because kayo lang ang pwede talagang to prevent it from spinning out of control. Kayo lang, if you would just insist, total nandyan na rin yung police sa inyo, and you can ask the military commanders to pitch in for help if needed. Why don't you just also take advantage? Ako nakikiusap sa inyo because I said, I do not want the trouble in Mindanao to spin out of control. Because then, as president, I will be forced. I will be compelled to exercise extraordinary powers. We have had experience sa martial law, and it could be a brutal war, just like any other ideological war. So, wala ako masyado, in my briefing, or in my briefers, nababasa ko kasi, ba't kung gagranadahin mo, state of lawlessness eh. Para ang bato dyan sa Central Mindanao, itatapon mo lang parang bato. And in Zamboanga, it was thrown at a national high school, where Moro and Christians and all are also studying there. Sabi ko, we are devouring even our children. Kinakain na natin lahat or pinapayagan natin na kakainin. And I cannot allow that. I would rather sink, rise and fall sa isyo ng law and order. Kaya kung hindi ko talaga kaya, ibigay ko na lang doon sa babae at sabihin ko, baka kaya mo, hindi ko kaya. Or, I will be compelled now to exercise extraordinary powers. Not to perpetuate myself, believe me, I am not happy continuing with this job. But since I am here, I have to. It's not a question of emotions. It's a question of duty. Pinasubo ko sarili ko. The thought probably enchanted me to be president. Then I now face the enormity of the problem of dealing with this violence that's almost unstoppable. Wala akong choices. So mag-usap tayo. Either tulungan ninyo ako or I will declare martial law tomorrow for Mindanao. I may understand battles between combatants, but I cannot for the life of me understand why we have to kill our children too. Saan ko ilagay ang prinsipyo ko sa buhay? Well, I'm president. I'm called upon to protect everybody. That's my... Hindi na nga, sabi ko, hindi na kailangan magsabi-sabi pa ako ng martial law suspension. I can even do it with just declaring martial law. But martial law would open the doors of every house there. The arrest of every person. The detention of every person, everyone, anyone. The military and the police would be allowed to just pick you up from the streets and detain you. And then you can go to court for the suspension of the writ of habeas corpus. The Supreme might not agree with me. Fine. But you must remember that Congress is a political body at kayong mga congressman nandoon would be forced to face the issue squarely. Because we would have to debate. I'm not saying that I will disobey the Supreme Court. But I have a limited period to do it, then go to the Supreme Court to explain how it has affected the lives of the people in Mindanao. The rest of the Philippines is droga and gambling. Sa gambling, sa basta mag-digo legit, total kayong mga mayaman naman masyado, o di sige. Pero you go legit, then they magsugal tayo. But give me the money because I have to help. Buti kayo dyan, milyon kayo eh. Dito, you know, lasto-lasto lang yan. Yan ang problema ko ngayon. Tulungan ninyo ako. Kasi pag hindi, alam naman ninyo, martial law, then I have to authorize the military just to arrest and detain you for whatever. And it would not be good for our people. And they would go into a trauma. Because how long would it take? I don't know. It could be 20 days. It could last for 1 year. It says that I have to explain to the Congress and I have to explain to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, at the behest of any citizen, can inquire into the factual basis of martial law. Kung makita ng mga judges yung briefer for the days, there's so many violence in Mindanao, they will be swayed. Or may option ako, I can go to Congress, I can report there after 60 days. And they have, na pag ayaw ng Supreme Court, pumayad ang Congress, o ayaw ng Congress, pumayad ang Supreme Court, I have two choices. Yan lang ang mabuti rin. But if the two will agree na hindi, then I will ask them, okay, you run the whole show if you can and solve the problem. Mahirap naman sabihin mo, pa-open ninyo ako dito ang pagka-presidente, gawin ninyo kung inutil. O di kayo na lang. But somebody has to act on the problem with dedication and seriousness. We have to protect our nation. It is high time that you decide whether we exist with one nation or there will be a breakage in our society and our lives. But government, ako, is mandated to preserve the Filipino people and the Philippine territory. So, gera talaga yan. Pag umabot ng ganon, then I'll be forced to use the sea, land, and air forces. And I have plenty because nagdatingan na yung mga jets na in order ng gobyerno. Yung trabaho ng mga sundalo, talagang gulo naman. I do not say that they did enjoy it, but give them to flex their muscles and do the job for the nation. Kasi tayo, kayong mga mayors, ako, pati sila, pareho lang oath of office natin. Now remember, I am not declaring anything here, except to ask you, may police kayo. use it to the hilt. Huwag ninyong protektahan ang madurugista. Walang mangyari sa inyo niya. Mag-away lang tayo, I will deprive you of the police. Kukunin ko yung supervision at authority ninyo over the police, and I will just ask the military to go in and impose order. With orders to shoot anybody who defies the law with violence. That, hanggang dyan, barilin mo. Patayin mo kung sino yung lumaban using violence against government. That would include you. Ibig sabihin, kasali tayo dito lahat. But ang problema kasi, ang martial law, the military and the police would be higher than you already in terms of authority at lahat. Ayaw kong gawin yan. Ayaw kong gawin. Kahit tulungan ninyo ako. Gamitin ninyo ang pulis. Total nandyan yan. They are just there. Use them. Kung sila ang mapasubo sa order mo, you just tell me the truth. Do not lie to me. Pag sinabi mo, Mayor, nangyari ito, that is pursuant or in obedience to my orders as city or municipal mayors, fine. I will support you. Magkakaso-kaso ka sa ombudsman. But ako ang magsabi sa ombudsman, I will include in my affidavit na I have specifically ordered the mayors and the governors to use necessary force. Necessary. And to kill if demanded under the circumstances. Okay, sa mga pulis, huwag kayong magtakot na ano. Yung kaso nandyan lang yan. Lahat tayo may kaso na by this time sa ombudsman. Pero I cannot sit here as president or preside over the affairs of the nation as an inutil. Mas mabuti pa, mamatay na lang ako, barilin niya lang ng ninyo ako paglabas ko ngayon. That would be more honorable for me to die rather than to sit and preside over a deteriorating country. I will not countenance it. My God, patayin lang ninyo ako. I will not allow that kind of shit in me. Namarabag na aka, makita niyo imong mga anak gapinal na kamatayon. Mahirap yan. Mahirap yan. So either I say, hindi ko kaya si Governor Piñol. Si Secretary Piñol. Nandiyan ka pala. And he's doing well. Alam mo, I was in Bubutig, Secretary, dumating ka. Diyan ako sa Digos, but out of the cup, kasi nandoon yung media, may patay na pulis. Sabay ito si Wong, itong yawa na ito. Itong smuggler ng, nabigla ako ng tanong, what do you intend to do? Sabi ko, sige. Ang sa batas kasi, ang tax evasion cases or tax liability for that matter, it's the same terminology, can be compromised. The law allows an arreglo, kagaya ng ibang crimes. Sabi ko doon sa hindi, not because gusto ko kayong pabilibin. She came out from my, sabi ko, sige, ang sabi ng finance, it's about 1.5 ang nilugi mo sa gobyerno. Sabi ng mga negosyo, medyo mababa yun, Mayor, pero sabi ko, okay, dublado na lang. I will just consider the fake stamps as part of the process of evading the taxes. Sabi ko, okay, give me 3 million. Billion. 1 billion Hindi ka kaya nandito kayo. Doon, spontaneous yung pagkasabi ko. Because when I was in Basilan, I promised, tinuro nila ngayon. Sabi ko, 1 billion for Basilan sa ospital. 1 billion sa Hulo. Tapos, ang naisipan kong sunod, ibig sabihin, iniisip ko talaga kayo. 1 billion yung Mary Johnston Hospital sa Tondo. Ayan. Pero sabi ng ibang negosyante, kulang yan, kayong interest. But you know, he's listening right now. Nag-i-stream na ito with sa Facebook, lumalabas na ang ganito. Real time. Sabi ng mga negosyante dyan, kulang yun. Kasi ang interest. Sabi ko, 5 billion siguro, but depende na lang kay Paildon, Dulay, pati Dominguez. Pagka pumayag sila, payag na rin ako. He's of no use to me. I mean, papresuhin mo yan. He will just enjoy the privileges of as if you are living out. Mapakahanap talaga ang pera ng paraan for you. So I do not think he will be of use to me and to the Republic of the Philippines and the people of the Philippines if he goes inside. He will just go there and enjoy his time. So, isip-isip ko, pera-pera na lang ito. Total, niloko mo ako, pabayarin ka na. Ang problema, kaya sabi ng mga negosyante ngayon, lugi kami nagbayad ng husto. Ito si Brad ko, si Secretary Mama o tax expert man ito, wintahin mo daw ulit kung magkano, Brad. Sanay ka man. Ang tagal ka sa Amerika, bayad ka talaga doon. Pero ikaw na ang nagpunta doon na tumaba. Yung iba pumayat sa trabaho. Brad ko to classmate ko pa. Right after graduation, went to the States. Nung presidente ako, sabi ko, bumalik ka dito. Tumulong ka. So, ganun. So, balik tayo sa ano ko sa inyo, make use of your powers. Yun lang. Total, hindi man kayo ang mag-rat-rat doon, mga policeman. At ang police naman, alam kung kailan maghingi ng tulong doon sa... But I will use the assets. Bakit ko pigilan yung mga eroplano ng bago? Jet yan. Hindi mo matamaan ng bala yan. Faster than sound. Simintuhin mo lang kaya ang kanyuga niya ng bomba. Hindi pa maputik. Yun lang ang ano ko dito. I want to break bread with you. But problema, hindi tayo naka-prepare ng dinner. I want to have dinner with you all and just to be familiar. Huwag kayong magalit sa akin. Di ba pareho tayo muro? Anong diferensya sa sentimento ko, sentimento ninyo? Mayroon pa akong problema. Because I have to fix the structural reform sa ating bayan. I promised you federalism. I promised the Moro people federalism and a high degree of autonomy for you to enjoy now your land and your territory. Ibibigay ko yan. Ibibigay ko yan sa inyo. And I'm also addressing myself to the rest of the nation. Pag hindi natin i-correct yung social and historical na nga, and of course, their fair share of the resources of this country, believe me, the Moro people will revolt until it will trigger another round of violence. At hindi ko na mapigilan kasi ang sinabi ko sa kanila, ibigay ko because totoo naman talaga. This unitary type of government was put in place by the Spaniards for control. Kaya mo pati kami, baski sino, mag-alis ka sa Pilipinas, magpermiso ka pa. We have to ask permission. That is really imperialism. From the king's favor, meron ka nito, meron ka tayo, ilan lang man ang mga congressman na kilala sa for historical basis. Yung paborito lang Manila, yung makadeliver ng buto, yung opposition, you cannot be with a man or a politician with principles. Kasi pag ginamit mo yun, may prinsipyo ka na tao, hindi mo maibigay ang... Kaya talaga you have to play. Every congressman nga, lipatan yan. Ganun ang laro. I know that. Alam mo bakit? Hindi ako nagyayabang, ha? My father was a governor. He was a nationalista. 1958 to 68. Parang ganon. Kasi may libre pa siya, yung Almendras was promoted. Tapos ang sumunod kay Almendras si Otto Talum sa Sulu. Sa Secretary of General Services. So nationalista siya. He stood by his party principles. Nung nanalo nung nagka-eleksyon, pumasok si Marcos, nationalista. Ang liberal noon, si Macapagal. Lahat ng governor sa Mindanao, nag-liberal, except Ibarle, was the governor of Zamboanga del Norte, pati tatay ko. But yung sa panahon na stood by his, paalis na lang siya sa Thailand. And my father was so happy because it was the first time that he would go out of the country as sa yung Bryce Institute. Agriculture. Kasi agricultural country ang Mindanao. Papasok na lang siya sa airport. Sinabihan siya na hindi siya because Malacanang never gave him the permission to. Yung ibang gobyerno, kalusot siya ang hindi. Kaya alam ko, because I could see the disappointment of my father when he came home. Sabi niya sa nanay ko, hindi man nila ako pinaalis. And he had almost parang self-pity. Kaya hindi ko makalimutan itong politika minsan. So I can understand really. And I can understand the swing of politics. I am a student of politics because tatay ko, since maliit pa po yung lumaki na ako ng politika. And then I became eventually the mayor for 23 years, then my daughter. But you can see that it's a family, minsan affair na lang ang Davao. Pero alam natin na kung saan natin ipwesto ang sarili natin. Na dito ngayon, pati bata, pati yung, basta maghagis na lang ng bomba, ano pa naman. Over your radar na sabihin ko talaga magmarsero. Pag may makita ka, may granada, ipuputo ka, patayin mo na lang. Arestuhin mo yan si ano. Yun, suspect lang. Wala kang ring magawa. Kasi if you go by the rules ng regular government, walang mangyari. Right to bail, tapos habeas corpus. Kaya that is the purpose of Marcelo. You also spread terror against the enemies. That's what it is, actually. It's almost terrorism by the establishment. Pero damputin ka lang dyan, prisuhin ka, pasukin yung bayo, walang search warrant. Pag may baril doon, di tapusin ka rin. Ikaw, rebelde ka. Ganun ang mangyari. And I said it would be bloody and it would not be good for the country. And in the long run, if you allow extremism to go, pati yung gobyerno na maipit na we have to react, then it spins out of control. In the end, we lose the country. So what would be the future of this country? I really do not know. If we allow violence to have their day, I really do not know. Hanggang kailan, kung sino ang bibigay dito. Ang tao, maybe would demand for my resignation. You have not done anything. So to avoid that, I will do something. And it's going to be drastic and painful for everybody. Lalo na sa kalaban sa gobyerno. Yun yung ang ano ko, I plead to you. Nakikiusap ako. Matulungan ninyo ako. Sabihin ninyo sa mga terorista, huwag kayo dito. Find a place where you are comfortable because you are making me uncomfortable. Ma-deprive ka ng pulis mo, magiging inutil ka rin. And I will begin to look upon you with suspicion. Either you're cuddling, protecting, pati yung droga, tapo naman yan, wala na, it doesn't do any good. Tinatanong ko nga dito, wala akong masample dito. Ngayon naman to si Juan. Yung iba, kagaya ninyo, naghanap buhay. How long did it take you to establish a comfortable? I'm not talking about millions. And for the businessmen, how long did it take you to toil every day and night to earn your first millions? Hanggang kaan kayo nagpuyat. Itong mga 40% of the total barangay officials natin are into it. Na wag kayong magkumpiyansa sa akin na basta sabihin mo lang kasi may human rights. My God. You know, I said, by the palm of our hands, facing God and people, Allah, I will preserve the Filipino nation. Pero kung kupyasa. At abutin ito sila. I've told everybody, including the human rights. When I was mayor, kayo, you build municipalities, you build cities. When I was mayor, I was building my city to a level of comfort. I am now the president. I'm building a country. Maliit masyado yung sabi mong human rights, namatay 3,000. Of course, that's 3,000. What about the 4 billion addicts? Who will take care of them? Sabi ko nga doon sa PICC, ganito yan tayo mga abogado. When a case is filed against a criminal, we either establish two things. Government has to establish there was malice or deceit or is a negligence. Itong sinadya, criminal intent, ito negligent. Yung magdra-drive ka, it is not pure accident. It's pure accident is accidental. Pero yung accidental na yung mag-drive ka, nalasing ka, o gusto mo lang talaga masagasa ng tao, nakadroga ka, you are there to kill someone, eventually, invariably. Kaya, as crime of negligence, infidelity in the custody of prisoners, tatutulog-tulog ang gwardiya mo dyan, walang disiplina, nagiinom pa, makasibat, that's negligence. Dito naman, itong mga murder terorista, puputol ng ulo, tingnan mo kung hindi kayo makatulong sa akin. There are estimated 3 million kay Santiago noon. General Santiago sa PDEA. Ito naman kay Sid ngayon, General La Peña. Just breach the 1 million mark. Yun ang sabi niya. Yun. So 4 million. Hindi natin alam kung ilan dito ang may tama na. Yung may liki na. Because Shabu, taken constant use, would shrink the brain. And therefore kaya nag-upisa itong maraming kriminal. Rape dito, pati yung mga nanay, inaatsa kasi nakakita sila ng demonyo, utos ng anghel nila. Sira ulo It is fundamental in criminal law. No, kung may criminal ka, he must be aware of what he is doing. He must have a discernment of what is right and what is wrong. Ngayon, kung itong mga insanity na buang talaga by genetics, may kalahi nila muna ilang kaliwat sa Bisaya, ito yan. Ngayon, pag may minasakir yan, hayaan mo yung 4 million. Huwag na natin ilagay lahat may liki. Sabihin na lang natin, let us arrive at a conservative. Maski sabihin mo, mga 800,000 spread all throughout the country. All potential criminals. Kasi may unggoy na sila, monkey on his back, may gumagano na sa kanya yung druga. So, he commits a crime. Pagdating ng korte, ako yung defense. Your Honor, we would like to know if my client here now, may hospital doctor naman dito, is conscious of his action. Does he know what is right and what is wrong? Sabi nga kagad ng doktor, government hospital, ito ba, na-interview? Yes. Anong sinasagot sa iyo? Nothing doing. Lumilipad ganon. So, tingin mo ba nga, at that time na pinatay niya yung isang pamilya, ni-rape niya, was really of his complete faculties to understand what is right and what is wrong? Bugado man dyan. Magsabi man, doktor, magsabi man talaga ng totoo yan. Medyo mahirap. So you create a doubt. Once there is a doubt, acquitted. Dismiss yung kaso. So what will happen to our country? What will happen to the innocents now? Yung mga infants sa 1-year-old to'y pinagre-rape, pinagpapatay. Sino ang habulin ko ngayon? Sagutin ninyo ako dyan, kaya dyan ako mahirapan. Kung hindi ang kriminal na mismo, kasi bangag na, liki na ulo, sino ang habulin ko para sa bayan ko? Kaya I have to destroy the apparatus. I have to cut the supply. Kaya kailangan patayin ko talaga ang drug. Ako. Huwag na yung pulis. Ako na. Kaya ako patayin talaga yan. At hindi mo masabi itong mga pare na ano mo, puro mahirap yan. Putang ina, pag nandyan pa yan, ang aparatos, ang organisasyon nandyan pa. Hindi ko talaga matapos-tapos ang problema. Either talagang pakuyusin ko mga bayag dito sa takot, drop the shabu now, tonight, para hindi ka mamamatay. At itong mga drug pushers, mga drug lords, mamamatay ka talaga. Nakita naman ninyo kung saan pumunta. Now, sabihin ninyo human rights, putang ina, small time yan. Mine is to build a country, not just to focus on itong maliit na bagay yan para sa akin. I have to go to China, I have to go to Russia, I have to talk to people. O ngayon, I got 10 billion para sa ating bayan from China. Initially, ang 4 niyan sa gobyerno, direkta, ang 6. Pahiram, pang investments. Baski sabihin nila, total, pagpahiram sa Manila, so, pareho mo rin lahat, pagpahiram ng pera, pero magpili ka sa kanila. Ang laro niyan, ang presyo. Binibili mo. Kung magkano rin. But sila, yung usually, ang grant, maliit lang kita nila. Siya pabilihan ka talaga, pero may construction, you have to import steel. What you have is the money you get by way of a grant or ibabayad mo rin niya sa kanila, sa mga negosyante nila. Ang sa China naman, lahat negosyo, kontrolado ang tanang korporasyon ilapod. But if they want to be liberal about it, binigay siya na form of a grant. Payable in 30 years, renewable in another 30 years, at 60 years. That's a lifetime. Balibigay na yan. Yung lahat ng armas, ibibigay nila, mga grants, so bigay na yan. Hindi tayo nagbayad. Sa ibang countries, bayad tayo. No way na. So yan ang Baka sabihin ninyo talagang gratis yan na gratis. Gratis na bigay, kaibigan, utang kaibigan yan. Kung makabayad ka, okay. Kung hindi, okay lang rin. Pero huwag mo akong tirahin. Kaibigan tayo. Yan lang. Huwag ka lang sumali doon sa iba na pagtutulungan ninyo ako. Pero let me, nandiyan maybe I have failed report to the tomorrow. Na noon sa bilateral, noon kami, si John Anyo, si Secretary Lorenzana. Sinabi ko, I have come here as a friend. I want to shake your hand. I want friendship. And of course, kaya ako nandito kasi prangkahan ko lang kayo, kailangan ko ng tulong ninyo. So I really feel that I made the correct decision. Sabi ni President Xi Jinping, it has been a long winter. Springtime is here. I embrace you as a brother. Usap na kaagad. The other day, yung Secretary of Minister of Commerce, Secretary of Commerce dito sa atin, pumunta. Sabi nila ito na. So, they're releasing the funds. Yung pinag-usapan natin doon, okay na sila. Yung sa arms, sabi nila, well, dalihan na, kunin na ninyo. Kung may ibigay sila na maraming armas, di tanggapin ko. Bigyan ko ng maraming kanyon, bigyan ko tag-isang kanyon, iuwi ninyo. Buka lang kayo ng trailer, bugat yan eh. Inyo na yan. Sobra-sobra ibigay. But really, Pilipino naman tayo lahat. Almost all of us here are Moro in this room. When can I really be sure na tutulong kayo sa gobyerno? O if not, do not cuddle the enemy. Huwag ninyong ilagay ninyo sa, kasi mapapasubo ako sa lubungin kita. Ayaw ko yan. Kasi mahirap yan. Ilagay mo na ang siyudad mo, probinsya mo sa in a very shaky. Ngayon kung mapipilitan ako martial law, then you cuddle drugs and terrorists, I'll be forced to arrest you. Sayang ang pagkakaibigan natin dito sa because sabi ko, I will not sit here as an inutil president. That cannot be. Mahirap yan. Mahirap yan. Either I will step aside. Bakit ako mamilit kung hindi ko kaya? Tutulungan ninyo ako because I said we are raising the bar higher and higher every day. Ako naman, my advice to you, take advantage of your power. All you have to do is just to tell us where they are. Kung hindi mo kaya, papasok ang tropa ng gobyerno. Ganun lang yan. Wala talagang yung mga baryo natin malaman. Doktor, binaril. I don't know if it's sabi nila, babae, I do not be offended, ladies and gentlemen. I don't miss. Sabi lang ng mga, if it's an intriga, then intriga. But nothing seems to be working here. We cannot function because of violence. Magdaan lang dyan, last week, o 2 weeks ago, isang, di ba, kutsi, isang pamilya na Maranao, pagdaan na, traveling around the highway, ano ba na? Binuang nangyayari, tinuod lang. Binuang na. Eskwelahan, tapunan mo. Sabihin mo sa mga putang ina yan, magkagulo talaga tayo dito. Sino may gusto ng ganun? Na yung kahaka na sa Maynila na mag-declare ng mahayaan mo yan, iba yan sila. Just inggit lang yan. Ito yung mga kaso-kaso. Ako, talagang ready ako papasok sa prison. Because I really ordered the military to destroy them sa drug war. I cannot destroy if there is no destroying, if there is no killing. Ba't hindi ko ipapasubo yung sundalo pati pulis sa utos ko? Ako mismo. I can rot in prison, in jail for the rest of my life for the right accusations. Ang sinabi ko, yun, go out, hunt for them. And if they offer a serious resistance, placing your life in jeopardy, of course, kill him first. Sagot ko yan. Kung sa order ko na nagkamali o may sumobra, in excess of authority or something went awfully wrong, I can, okay, akin yun. Pero magpatay ng pamilya dyan. Alam mo sa totoo ng sinong kalabang ko dito, kayo sa Mindanao alam niyo yan. Nograles. Kung talagang gusto ko magpatay ng Nograles. Ngayon, bakit ko hindi magpatay? Hindi ko papatay kasi yung asawa niya, pinsan ko. Maawa naman ako sa pinsan ko maging biyuda. Buang na. Paano ka makapunta doon sa Kabaong? Kung ikaw ang alam ng taga Davao yan. Bakit ako magpatay ng political enemies? Every election, tumataas yung majority ko. Yung last election, si Inday pati si Nograles, naalasan pa ako ni Inday. Almost 300,000 ang lamang. At saka wala na ako sa politika. You do not have to worry about, ano ba ito si Mayor? Yellow? Yung yellow, wala na. Tagal lang natunaw yan. Di ba yan man tawag natin sa Bisaya? Palit kag yellow nga to. Ice. Wala na yun. Tubig na, oh. Yabo naman gani. Kailan na yan, ha? PDP, well, that carried me to victory. So, pero wala. Dito, ang hinihingi ko, gobyerno to gobyerno. Basta tingnan ninyo yung budget. Hinati ko talaga equally. Now, kung may magpasok na bagong pera, I can assure you. Talagang equally yan. Sinabi ko dyan kayo sa budget, noon walang na bigyan yung Cebu, Mindanao, kasi dito ako nagwalop. Pero ang akin lang, sa Moro territories, kasi napabayaan talaga kayo. Kaya kanina, out of the box yung hindi mo naman planano ko kasi magpunta ako dito. I will always talk about Basilan. Talagang iniwan No, kung mabigyan ko ng magandang ospital yan, ginagamit na nila ngayon ng mga private. Sila Ramon Ang, pumapasok ng magbigay, lusyutan. Dagdagan ko ng another 1 billion. Sabi ko, cheque. Huwag yung pera. Ayaw ko yung pera, cheque. Bigay ko doon sa, sige, you construct or add another 1 billion. Anong mo yan? So, mayroon niyang MRI. Alam mo bakit? State of the art na ngayon. Wala man sa doktor, wala man yung mga neuro dyan sa hulo. So what you do is, bigyan ko kayo ng equipment at maganda. Sigurado yan kasi kung magpayag si Paildon, si Dominguez pati si Dulay, sabihin ko sa inyo, magbili kayo ng MRI, CT scan. Even kung wala ang doktor, surgeon lang. At marami surgeon. Ilagay lang nila yan doon sa computer, isend nila dito sa DMC. Ito yung bago na ito, the Southern Philippines. Sila na ang magbasa. Pinakamalaki na ito sa Pilipinas ngayon, ang regional hospital. Maganda kasi ang pagdala. It's always the right person. Sino kaya pag sabi mo, ganda yung hospital na yan. Sino ang nagdala? Mahusay ito. Industry beyond malinis, tignan mo, malinis. Hospital kayo dyan, ang inyong mga bantay, iyong kaharap, akin yan. Alam mo noon kasi magpasok ako dyan, ikita ko yung mga, alam mo sa bukid, pag na-hospital yung nanay pati tatay, kasali niya ang pamilya. Hindi mo pwede iwan ang anak mo sa bukid, tuktok ng bukid. Pag naging serious yan, karamihan niyang hepatitis, ang tubig dito yan. Umiikot lang yan dito sa tiyan nila. Dalhin nila pamilya nila. At makita ko noon sa ospital, dyan sa mga pedestrian corridors, yan sila. Kakaawa naman po. Tapos minsan nagtawag ako ng 5 Chinese. Yung mga kababata ko dito. Hindi yung kaibigan na. Yung nakikita niyo since 1988, nandyan yung mga pangalan nila nagko-contribute sa akin sa kampanya, sa expenses sa election. Yun sila, mga bilyonaryo na rin, tinawagan ko. Sabi ko, magkain muna tayo. Sabi na, ano man Rod, anong problema ko? Hindi ako, gusto ko magkain lang muna tayo. Kasi anong gusto ninyo? Mamili na kayo. Laureate tayo o ano? Hindi, yung simple lang, fried rice, sweet sour. Sige. Nung busog na sila, sabi ko, busog na kayo? Sige, sumama kayo ha. Sumunod kayo. Dinala ko sila doon sa Regional Hospital. Nandiyan ako sa may makita. Sabi ko, bata yung upuan noon sa ER. Nakaupo, nakahawak ng bata. Gumaganon. Tapos may nakita ako na maraming lalaki. Sila ang nakapwesto po. Walis dyan. Puta pa, purma-purma. Bigay mo yan sa... Ako, sinong unahan dyan eh? So, tignan mo yung buhay nila. Naintindihan na kaagad nila. Sige. Sabi ko dyan sa harap, bakante man yan. Gawaan ninyo ng... So, gawa ko, separate sa babae at laki, pati yung kusina ng muro, iba doon sa Kristiyano. Tingnan mo. Tapos may nag-donate sa akin na nagbigay. Hindi ko na na-report sa ombudsman yun, kaya hindi ko man tinanggap. Malaking TV ko, sabihin ko, diretso mo yan doon sa... Tanaw ko na kaliit ng kwarto ko, malibat ka po, tagadako. Ang screen, ang mata mo, dora ka buok. Bigay mo yan doon sa ano. So, 5 CR sa babae, 5 sabi ko din. Sabi ko na, gawin mo. Ayun. Ang complementary, akin, pero long before na naging maganda yan. At saka kayo, maganda ang ospital, you might want to, nandyan ang lahat ng mga pinadapadala ng gobyerno, espesyalista nandyan. So wag na kayong gumastos masyado sa Manila. Dito na lang kayo. May discount pa kayo. Tawagan ko lang, Dok, bigyan mo ng discount. Pero yung medisina, taasan mo lang pagbayad. May sildom yung tao. Ang problema sa mga natin, medicines. At kung meron kayong problema, ay release to Tigualo, 1 billion, December lang. Kung maubos na yun, i-replenish ko yun. And 1 billion para sa katok ang mga putang ina. Yung community-based rehab, hindi ko mapapatay lahat. Sabi mo, bato, kapoy na masyado. Hindi mo patay ka, 4 million? Sabi ko, gamutin na lang natin yan. Gusto ko yung medisina pang tiwas. After 1 week, tumba. Kasi makamura tayo sa libing. Mga ulol eh. You must be crazy. If you are a human being, kita yung nakikinig lahat Pilipino, putang ina, pumasok ka dyan, ang IQ mo 14. Sure ako dyan. Sure ka, sir? Sure, ma'am. Putang ina, alam mo, magsasayad ka. Kaya ako galit. Kasi wala ng discernment whether what is right and what is wrong. So it will wreak havoc sa ating penology. And of course, yung iniwan in its wake, ang daanan niya, is this so many millions of Filipinos. Marami dito kaya sabi ko, doon na ilagay ang rehab. May rehab kayo dyan sa Marawi. Marawis. Dito mo makikita mo dyan sa matatanda. Dyan sa sidewalk. Dyan sa sidewalk sa liwar. Hindi mga muro. Napindig lang dyan. Kaya tulungan na. Ano ang bayan natin? Papayag ba nang kayo ng gano'n? Hindi, wala akong mga saba, ha? I apologize if I sound too strong sa ano. I will not insult you with that. I'm just passionate about my advocacy kasi presidente ako. Tulungan naman ninyo ako. Ngayon, pag wala akong nakitang tulong, hintayin ko kayo ang mapresidente, pikatan ko kayo. Ang ina mo, dagdagan ko pa ito yung problema mo, mag-distribute ako, sako por sako, sige. Pabagsakin mo yung, wala yung ginawa yung panahon ko. So, hindi ako na sabihin mo na mga saba. I will not do that. I'm just reminding you of what is really sacred to us. What is our obligation to Allah. Alam mo, hindi naman siya malipay doon magtingin sa ginagawa na ano nangyayari ngayon sa ating bayan. Although itong droga, we have to, because Mindanao has the highest. 60% of the illegally possessed firearms nasa Central Mindanao. Ako pa ninyo, hinahin na ninyo kolekta. Because your children would never have a peace in their life. Maniwala kayo, if you do not correct it now, yung mga apo natin, kasi yung apo ko, muro rin ang girlfriend. So, just remember that. My grandchildren, isang branch ng pamilya ko, moro lahat. Ang mga boyfriends, girlfriends, mga moro rin. So kindly look into that. And the country itself. Maraming salamat po.